Wow, this is a video I never thought I'd actually make, but here it is. I'm finally posting to this channel, which I didn't make this channel super long ago, but I just wanted a fresh start because I've been saying for like probably 4 years now that I want to launch a photography channel. So here it is. And of course, my very first photo shoot I'm comfortable with showing is based on Marina. I don't know why I enjoy this cover so much, but for some reason I don't know, I just made me realize I have just 4 LED light panels and a dream, and I just wanted to try to create photos that kind of embodied Marina's Fruit photo shoot. Obviously, I don't want to copy it completely. I don't want to plagiarize that particular I don't want to plagiarize that artwork in general. And also, I really couldn't do it even if I wanted to because I just don't have the setup or even probably the knowledge of the setup they really did to even get that. And also, I don't have the hair to block the light on this side, giving me a completely like non-lit, or at least colored lighting here. So we're already at a loss there. But I want to see what I can come up with. So I did this 3 times. One was a test shoot, which honestly I think came out okay. I'll insert one of those like test shots. I did actually like edit a couple of those and put them on my social media. The second one I did was terrible. It went wicked. Like somehow, even though I had 4 different colors set up, it all turned into pink on one side and green on another, which in the third photo shoot, which is the one I'm actually going to show in here, you can kind of see where that might have happened. So I tried to edit the lighting because in the first 2 shots, because I used 4 different, that's 3. I used 4 different light panels. So I used 2 Amaran 60Cs and 2 of the 25Cs. And I was using the 60Cs to have the more saturated colors, and using the 25Cs to do the less saturated colors. So I thought maybe that might work better. And for the first photo shoot, it was fine, but it kind of turned in, or at least the test shoot rather, it turned more into, well, just 2 colors, which was fine because Marina actually did have a shot where she literally just had 2 colors. But that wasn't my goal. So once that didn't work out in the second shoot, which was supposed to be the actual shoot for this video, I already did it and made the more saturated colors be the smaller panels and the less saturated colors be the bigger panels, and I think that made a really big difference. They still kind of started blending, but that's okay because I'm not trying to get quite literally the fruit cover because I'm not Marina, so we can't go there anyways. But I still want to somewhat embody it, but also just enjoy the fun colors. So I pulled, excuse me, I'll look at my screen. I pulled, looks like 6 photos for this. So please know, when it comes to editing photos, I am very minimalist with it. Obviously there are some things you just kind of have to edit. Like for example, I didn't have my light panels at the proper height. So in the corners, I had to edit that out. There were little like light bleeds. So for these photos, I really kept it simple. I really just did the basic edits. So like your exposure, contrast, whites and blacks and all that stuff. So the first 2 photos were me actually trying to be Marina, which I'm not a model. Even though I have watched all seasons of America's Next Top Model, I'm not a model. And my modeling experience, or my modeling knowledge, really only comes from watching that and the things I see on YouTube, obviously. So we tried. So in this first one, I literally just went almost blank-faced, because Marina's photo is very much just like, it's just straight on, she's there, and she's like, kind of like a slight smile in her lips. Which when I pull that up, hold on. I do have I have everything saved to my computer right now. But if you're looking at her, she just has a little bit, a hint of a smile. But mostly it's just her straight into that camera. The only downside is her catch light, which is the little light in her eye, is more up here. Mine was straight on because I was using a ring light. So mine's far more pronounced than hers. But, I mean, I thought it worked. It's an amazing shot, no. But, like, I'm not mad at it. And then, on the second shot, I went full trying to... Why are you not moving? There we go. I'm trying to move it on my computer so I can see it as I'm talking about it, so it makes sense. You're gonna see it on the screen, of course. So the second shot was me truly trying to get it to some extent here. Not the greatest, but, like, it's there. Because you see with Marina, she has more, like, she's more lit here than I am, and then her hair is catching all that multicolor light. I don't have the hair to do that, so it's gonna bleed onto my face, which is fine. Also, I wore a white shirt, so it kind of could reflect those colors a bit more and not muddy them with, like, a different colored shirt, or have me blend in wearing a black shirt. But, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. And then, after that, I kind of just went willy-nilly with it. Because at that point, I'm like, you know what? I got, like, the 2 shots that I wanted to try to emulate Marina. Marina. And then after that, I just kind of went wild. But moving on... Oops. I'm, like, accidentally adding flags to the photos in Lightroom. Listen, we're going in blind here. I'm winging it. I took some behind-the-scenes footage, which we'll get into. But I'm just winging this. Like, I'm not a professional photographer. I make no money off my photography. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. Which, I mean, then you get a photo like this, where I'm like, dead face, look at the camera. You know, like, if I was on Top Model, which, to be honest, there was one point when Top Model was still filming when they introduced male models into the show. My mom came home one night, she's just like, let's fly to New York and have you audition for Top Model. That never happened, thankfully, but yeah, that was a moment my mom really said, let's do that. It's like, let's not do that. Because even if I had gone on the show, which, let's be realistic, you would have had to have a really good sap story to get on America's Next Top Model, because Tyra exploded those girls to no end. But this wouldn't have made it past, like, auditioning. Like, the initial, like, you never would have got a callback for the next step. But, I mean, I really enjoyed what I could accomplish with my limited ability, because you have to think, I'm trying to get a certain look or feeling, and I can't see myself while I'm doing it for the most part, because I can't look at the screen and make sure I'm looking into the lens to some extent. I can't do both. So, no matter what, I'm still a little blind there. But I really just like the way the colors are laying on my face, honestly. The way they are reflecting off the shirt. So the white shirt's doing what I wanted to. I wanted it to take on that color. Because it went from pulling Marina and the Diamonds to what can I do with this lighting? And then, let's be honest, we always have the hand. The hand has to join the photo, which, I mean, this isn't just like a Top Model thing. I think this is definitely a real life for everything. Having body parts just existing in the frame for no reason whatsoever, it does look a little weird. Like, I'm chopped off at the elbow. Like, you know it's my arm, because you can kind of see it in the very bottom. You see a little bit of my, like, that arm right there. But it just looks weird. But I'm also not mad at it. And I kept going with that. Because for the final shot I picked... this one I just picked because, not joking, this is something I did in college. When I lived on campus freshman year, I would just do photo booth photo sessions on my MacBook when I was, like, alone and bored. And I did a very similar pose to this. This is, like, it's on my Facebook. Like, very similar pose to that. I don't know why this is, like, a default. My thoughts just, like, model. Like, what? Like, I don't even know what I'm trying to convey in this photo. Because I'm the photographer and the model, so I need to have some kind of idea, because I don't know what I'm doing, then you don't know what you're even looking at this point. But I would say in terms of accomplishing the goal of a colored light photo shoot, I give it a solid, like, B-. Because I don't think the lighting's that bad. Could it be better? Absolutely. I think my catch light could have been in a far better position. I definitely should have raised up my Amaran 60Ps a little higher. In my test shoot, I had them higher up, which made that test shoot a lot more successful. Because you probably aren't really going to see this in the edit too much, but when the light panels are too low down, they're getting caught by the camera lens, but also they're bleeding onto the background, because I just have a black backdrop on there. So it's bleeding into that backdrop. Which, I mean, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it bleeding in there. Oh, but, like, let me just show you a little behind the scenes here. And then I think you'll understand the struggle I was going through and trying to figure out how to do this as the photographer, the model, the set designer, I guess, in a sense, the creative director, if you will, as silly as that sounds. But I was trying to do it all in a very small space, mind you. So let me just show you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the setup. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna hope for the best here. Alright. No. Okay. So we are gonna have some fun here. So I am using the Shutter app for Canon, the Shutter app for Sony, so that I can use my A7 IV here, because we need the intervalometer from the app, because Sony's built-in intervalometer doesn't refocus. It only takes focus from the initial focus point, which is not what we want. Which I think I already have tracking on, so that's good. Alright. What do I want this on? Aperture priority. Alright. I'm gonna up my focus a little bit. Maybe like 2.8. I want to make sure we're doing good here. Alright. I'm trying to fix my colors here. Can I bring you a little lower? I think you can get a little bit lower. Ooh. Alright. Okay, so looking at this, you're in the way, so I gotta back you up. Which is actually kind of frustrating. Okay. I think they're out of the shot. So just to let you know, I do have this on aperture priority, so I'm gonna let the camera figure out ISO and shutter speed. Right now it's like 1/20, weirdly enough. I'm gonna actually have that go down a little bit. I'm gonna go down a third of a, give a third of a stop compensation. It's not quite where I want it. Yeah. So it's hard. Like, do I want this any brighter? I feel like we could go just like slightly brighter. What's your color temp? 5,000. Okay. Because I'm thinking, because the problem is when we're doing Marina shoot, she has luscious locks going on, which that coming down to her shoulders a little bit over her shoulders, that's catching the light, and then it's allowing the rest of her body to stay lit by whatever lighting source they had facing her. I can't do that. I don't have luscious locks. So I'm stuck working what we got here. We're stuck working it for, like, I'm gonna be honest, on my camera, it looks like pink purpley, but I feel like once I take the picture, it's gonna go very wicked, because that's what happened yesterday. I didn't have the pink green look on the camera screen, But then once I took the photos, it was pink green. Like, we ain't holding space for Wicked. We're holding space for Marina and the Diamonds. Alright. I think we're just gonna have to work with what we got here, you know? Alright. Back we go. Oops. Drop my volume. Okay, one of these is just a mugshot. Wow, I have like none facial structure. Alright. We done. Alright. Back to the talking head. Alright, so that was some behind the scenes. As you can see, very small space. It was literally shot here. Like, this is, like, the backdrop was literally right here. Literally directly by this. Backdrop was right there. So, not a lot of space. The camera was very close. I was using my Sony 35 1.4. What do you think of this bad boy? Which, funny enough, I bought this specifically for photography. I don't think I've ever used this once for video, because I do have a different channel that I started way back in 2015 for like vlogging and cooking videos and all that jazz. And that's where this channel comes in now, almost 11 years later, as I just wanted a fresh start. I wanted to do something that doesn't require me to, it's gonna sound so like, be exciting, because I'm real with you, I don't do a whole lot in my day-to-day life, but photography, at least for me, is definitely the one thing I can do for YouTube that's not gonna get me burnt out, that I'm gonna have fun doing, and it's gonna really challenge me, because my constraints are, here's my space. I don't have a studio, I don't have a giant place or money to rent a giant place to go do this photography stuff. I have just my apartment. And all my floors are unlevel. Like, there's dips and humps and everything. So if I want to move to a larger space, like in my living room where I'd have way more space to do a photo shoot, I'm gonna have to combat the dips and the bumps and keeping things as level as possible. Granted, you can correct some stuff in post, which, you know, is what it is, but I don't always want to have to do that. So I think with this channel going forward, my challenge is really to do my best that I have as minimal editing as possible when it comes to the photos, because I want to see how well can I light a set, how well can I light the subject, how well can I convey whatever it is I'm trying to convey, whether it be an emotion or a theme or whatever it may be. I got a whole list of photo shoots that I've been writing down for the last 4 years. That's right, 4 years I've been writing photo shoot ideas. And I just hope I can share those out with you. I'm gonna do my best to try to do at least one photo shoot a month, because honestly, between doing the photo shoot, editing the photos, filming like the talking head portion, behind the scene portions and whatnot, and then putting that all together, it's gonna take me time. I am not very good at video editing. Even after 11 years, still terrible at it. You can have a great camera, you can have great lenses, you can have all the lighting in the world, but making sure you get the right shots and making sure you have the right settings and you can properly adjust those colors or exposure or whatever in post is a whole other thing. So if you want to see more, you know, hit subscribe, give me a like, comment down below, help the algorithm find me and push it to other people. And if you maybe have your own photo shoot ideas you want me to try out that might challenge me, put it down below. Just keep in mind, confined spaces here, and I would preferably not like to have to buy any equipment or props. If it's like a couple dollars, whatever, but I'm not looking to spend like $100 to do a photo shoot because I'm not gonna make $100 on the photo shoot. But hey, if you like it, let me know. But I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.